Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy start of a brand new week. Supercharged wealth manifesting is what we're going to be calling our Monday mornings. All right, wait a second. I'm going to wait to see when you all have joined and if you could say good morning so I know that you're here. Happy Monday. I have some amazing shares this morning. I'm going to be reading from my journals. Look, I brought a ton of them. So as you're coming in, if you could say good morning and let me know how you're doing. Happy Monday. Hey, Nikki from, I think, South Africa. Hey, Sarah. Good morning. All right. So as you can see, hang on a second. No. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to X out of this fun thing. Okay, here we go. All right. So good morning. So listen, the first thing I want to say is it looks on my camera like there's a little shadowing in the video because of all the glass in here and the way the sun hits the room and all the fun things that are happening. And I'm gonna have to figure that out. Literally, I my life, I have to laugh. So finally, my husband and I have moved in together. After, gosh, nearly 2 years of being married, we finally got our own place, our together home, and we just moved in. And so this is my brand new office, and I got to figure out the sunlight and all the things, as you can see. However, I'm here, and I didn't think to check that yesterday, but I'm here. I'm using my phone because my computer isn't set up, none of the things. But my commitment is to be here. It's Monday morning, and so here we are. So yeah, you're probably like, where's the purple wall? The purple wall is not going to be here for a little while. I'm still deciding what I'm going to do, if I'm going to come back with the purple wall. But now that I see that you're all here, I wanted to, ask for those of you that were at the Money Story Makeover Masterclass, how was that for you? Can you let me know in the chat, like, how was that masterclass? What did you think? What did you get? How was it for you? I was moving. You probably don't know this, but I literally ended that class and had to pack my house because we were moving. So I haven't really had a chance to talk to you all. Jackie says it was deep. Oh, I love it. Amazing. Thanks, Megan. Eye-opening, Renee says. Hey, Renee. It was awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Great stuff. When Heather gives me great stuff, it's great stuff. Heather is a licensed psychotherapist, I believe. Hopefully I got that classification correct, but really deep into, psychology and how the mind works. And really, I feel like the Money Masterclass, the Money Makeover Masterclass was to open your eyes to all the things that's happening in the background around your money story and how it's playing out in your life. And of course, those of you that join the sisterhood and you're going to continue to do this work at a deeper level with me for the next 30 days, yay. As I was packing boxes over the weekend, I was just thinking, getting all these downloads of all the things that I want to share, telling the lady that supports me on my team, leaving her voice messages like, this is what we're going to do this first week, and these are the activities that we're going to do, and it's going to be amazing. We are going to take what we did in the Money Story Makeover Masterclass, and like I said, you can continue to do it on your own, or you can continue to go even deeper with my guidance, with the mentors, and in a group with women who are also doing the same work. Just imagine, I always say a rising tide raises all the boats. So imagine doing that work kind of in isolation, and we know how that works. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's one of those things where you kind of get to it, are you going as deep as you can possibly go on your own? Or would you prefer to come be with me and the Wealthy Sisters for the next 30 days? We're going to look at your mother deeper, and it's going to be open. So Q&A, we can talk through it, hold your hand, remake the story. We're going to look at your father. So many women said to me, Tasha, I don't understand why I can't trust the universe. I can't trust that the universe will supply or provide, or God will provide. I can't trust. I have such control issues when it comes to money. And that's why I overwork. I can't ever just surrender, or I can't turn off my brain from worrying about it. And the answer to that, my friends, lies in the role of the masculine and your father in your life. So that's another whole week. We're going to focus on that. Then we're going to do money micro habits. There's actually something that I'm going to give you to do for 7 days to break the pattern of being you. And when we've done all of that, the last week is when we're going to write your new money story. So as you can see, we're going to go even deeper. We're going to do a lot more work to get to the point where you're now ready to write your money father. I'm sorry, your money story. Heather just popped in and says the father also relates to why we might have imposter syndrome. So there's so much. Hopefully, those of you that have joined, you're excited. I'm excited to serve and support all of the sisters for the next 30 days. Starting next Tuesday is our first call, and that call is going to be on the mother wound, right? So if you haven't yet joined, I'm not sure why, but if you haven't yet joined, just type the word sisterhood and check Facebook Messenger. We'll give you a link to go join, get yourself signed up before next Tuesday because you want to be there for that class and continue. Yay, Renee says she's excited, and Renee just joined the sisterhood recently, so I'm happy about that. All right, let's jump into why you're here, which is talking about my journal entry. And really, as I grab these journals out of the boxes to get ready for today, I realized that this is really a money story conversation, because you're going to see my first journal entry that I want to share with you is from, look, 2015. Then I'm going to go to 2018, and I want you to kind of grow up with me in seeing how my entries have changed, what I'm asking for has changed, but more than anything, to understand that these are just words on a sheet of paper. And the reason I'm changing the words is because my story is changing. My story, take care of the inside and the outside will take care of itself. And if I don't have a great money story, if I haven't worked on my money story, then these are just beautiful words on a sheet of paper. That's honestly what it is. And sometimes you're asking, why is my journaling not working? And your journaling will only work. Your visualization and your intention will only work to the extent that you have the internal work done first. Because everything on the outside is a reflection of what's on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to start with an entry that I wrote in 2015. So that's 9 years ago. And this was related to my finances. This November has been an incredible financial inpouring, an incredible financial inpouring. And by the way, I'm writing this, it's not November when I'm writing this. I'm writing it before November comes, right? So this is me declaring this is what I'm going to have happen. This November has been an incredible financial inpouring, so much money into my life. Divine money has turned on for me, and I am full of gratitude. It feels so incredible seeing how much money is in my bank account, knowing all my bills are fully paid, and more money continues to flow in so easily in every way, every single day. The floodgates of abundance truly opened up, and I mean literally outpoured money to me. And I stretched open my arms and bank account to receive it. Seeing the zero balances makes me feel so awesome and at ease, and also the high balance of cash sitting in my account. It gives me so much peace and knowing a safe feeling of being financially secured and paid for how I bless the lives of others. I'm grateful that we made, this is the part I want you to hear. I'm grateful that we made a total of $30,000 back in the day, 2015. $30,000 was the limit of my money story. That's as far as I could think. What can we do for $30,000? Think about that. But this is not a reflection of what I could create in revenue. This is a reflection of my money story at this time. And what I thought was a lot of money for my level of belief in myself. That's really what this is. And why do you want to do your money story? Because the zeros add up on your bank account, your balance sheet, your retirement account. It changes, and you're going to see, right? So I am grateful for the thousandfold equivalent of cash and true happiness, that this will be exchanged to those we serve. So I'm asking for $30,000 in exchange for a thousandfold return to everyone we serve. And it goes on and on. But that was 2015. That's the level that I'm at. I want you to notice how I'm writing a lot about how I feel. And there's only one place where I mention a number. And I have like, no, it comes this exact way, none of that. Notice these cues, because even at that point in 2015, one of the greatest things that I had to learn was how to abandon trying to control how money comes into my life. Okay. So that was big money story, because I am raised on a work equals money mindset. And I've had to really, really work to let that part of my story go. Okay. I'm not sure. Somebody just typed something in the chat. But anyway, here we go. So this is 2018, 3 years later. I'm so excited to see wealth in my life. I truly am. I love how money has just come in abundance. I'm so grateful for the winning success of our membership program. Note to self, this was 2018, and we did launch a membership, and it did not win. It did not win at all. So I want to share that with you too, okay? And why didn't it? So anyway, here we go. Our membership program, and they are so happy and excited, and it is having people at it every day. My goodness, how exciting this has been to launch and fill something so easily, taking me closer to my desired impact for this year. And I love that we get to create money to support kids getting an education and learning the science of getting rich. My bank balance in my bank account exceeds $10,000. This was way back in the day. Notice that? So I wanted $30,000 for the whole time in 2015. And then 8 years later, to have a bank balance at any given time of $10,000 was like big money for me. So we're not talking about how much I made the whole year, just what was the consistent balance in my bank account? 10,000. It truly blows my mind. And my gratitude and my credit card balances are below 30%, and my entire summer vacation and bills are covered. Yep. Say what? Yes, God is great. I love that I get to show other people how to create this too. I love how great I feel about money. I deserve it all. To enjoy all that it provides. I deserve to have more of it coming easily into my life, for all the amazing things it will do for me and others, so I can lead the way and be a way shower. All kinds of fun other things. Couple things I want to talk about. So why didn't the membership that I launched in 2018 work, but it worked in 2013? My money story, my level of belief, all the stuff I had going on about my ability to do that. The price that I launched at was way less than it is now. And that was just a reflection of me. And I really want you to think about that for yourselves. Is it not working because you're not asking for the right equivalent of what you are giving out? And sometimes it just won't work. And sometimes it's not working because anything's wrong. It's just your mindset and your story that you're telling yourself. And if that's not resolved and fixed, then on the outside, you're going to see it show up, right? So this is just a lot of stuff, but so many of you know that one of my financial markers of success has been and continues to be that I get to travel for summer in luxury and not have to worry about money. Like some people will say, I want to make X this year. My biggest thing has always been, I get to do the things that I love, and it's covered financially. I don't have to be doing it and worrying about money. That to me is true wealth and true freedom. And so at this point, I'm now starting to switch from, I want to make money and save it so I can do this. No, I want money to provide for me. Again, super having to heal the father wound, which I did not have an example or a model of that's how it should be. that money is in the masculine role in my life and should provide for me for the things that I desire. So I wouldn't even think to ask that. I would think to ask to earn it so that I can do the things that I want versus no, money, here you go, provide for me. I want to do these things, right? So big up leveling in 3 years. Now let's go to this one's very recent, maybe a year or two, I think. I'm so grateful money has come into my life from literally everywhere. Do you see how open I am now? It's like, I really don't care. Everywhere. Money has come everywhere this past month from months. So notice months from expected and unexpected places. It has just been so incredible to have so much money flow easily to me. Well over $200,000 from 30,000 to 200,000. What is the difference? Me. My story has totally changed to where I have normalized not 10,000, not 30,000, 200, 400, 500,000. It's Tasha of 2015. Her mind would be like, do not compute. What is going on? Where's all this money? And so I want you to think about, as we go into working on your money story, what do you think is a lot of money because of your money story? What do you think is a lot of money per month? What do you think? It's not what your business is capable of. It's not what your business can do. It's not how many clients you have. It's what your story says is the limit for you, is a big deal for you. This is why we have to work on the story. Yes, I'm beyond words grateful. I love abundance, and I really love easy abundance. And we are able to guide so many others to make lots of money too, and they are so happy. I have loved all the money manifestations, and it goes on and on. Another thing that I want you to notice is every time I journal and I ask to receive money, I also ask for the equivalent for the people that I serve. So it's not just about me. It's always, I create a cycle, right? I get and you get. I get and you get. The more I get, the more you get. The more I get, the more you get. The more I get. In fact, sometimes I ask for way more for you than me, right? $163 million manifested in this time frame in our community, and that's just the women who have told me. So I haven't manifested $163 million in 10 years, I can tell you that much, right? But in the community, it has happened, because that is always my ask. I receive, you receive. And I feel like, as a business philosophy and as creating a money story, I believe that one where as I grow, you grow, and you actually, the more you receive what you desire from my wisdom and my knowledge, I'm always going to be taken care of, right? So sometimes when things don't work out the way I humanly desired, I'm like, it's all good, because I know I did my part. I know I served. I know I gave you my wisdom, and I know God's just like, maybe not this channel, Tasha, but this other channel. It's all going to work out, you know? But that was another thing I wanted you to see. Now, here is the last one that I have. And this was when I lost a ton of money. You've heard the story. This was 2021. I lost $175,000 in like a couple months, right? Maximum 6 months. And here's why I want to share this particular journal entry with you, because the loss of that large amount, $175,000, people, some people are really working to make 6 figures a year. That's a lot of money. And I know sometimes people think, oh, Tasha's just rolling in the dough. $175,000 is no big deal to Tasha. That's not true. That's a story you're telling yourself. That is not true. I truly desire for the day to come when $175 is like $17. That's not today yet. I'm not there yet. So this was a lot of money for me to lose in a very short period. It felt like overnight. And the greatest, when I look back at that time and ask myself, why did this happen? My money story. Don't dispute our money story for you. I love it, right? My money story. It was my money story and my story that said other people were smarter than me with money and investing money. And so I did what other people were doing. And I thought, well, they got to figure it out. They're smart. Let me just do what they do. And in fact, my story was so jacked up around not smart enough with money that I literally was like, you know what? In fact, here is the money. You take the money and you just do what you're doing. I wasn't even involved, right? I'll never forget when I had to call TD Ameritrade to figure out my way out of this and literally just take the loss. The guy on the phone was like, they do have a book called Options for Dummies. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to be angry because you're absolutely right. I literally had a story that said I'm a dummy with money. And that's why I'm here. I had to seriously work on that story. So I am going to read the journal entry that I wrote post that situation. I can overcome this difficulty. It is in my power to change anything for the better. I am so grateful for God's divine intelligence and power working through me that has resulted in my TD Ameritrade account being valued at $320,000. So I lost 175. I asked back for double. I didn't ask, can I get back the 175? I was like, no, I want double. Okay. I'm so grateful. I stayed in total faith because in the past, and some of you can relate, something like this happens, you beat yourself up, you just make it worse. And you literally just repeat the story. See, this, I'm not smart. I'm not good with money. This is, here you go. It's true. Take the $5 you have left, put it under the mattress, right? So I know that that's the place I would go. And so I just grabbed my journal. It's like, time to change this story. Nope. Game over. So I'm grateful I stayed in total faith. I'm grateful that my Edward Jones account is valued at X, also growing. Basically, everything always works out for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of money loves to come easily to me in multiple ways. So for my loss of $175,000, I just want to show you the power of knowing how to do this. And again, the reason this worked is not because I wrote these things in my journal. The reason this worked is I shifted the story. It's what I did inside of me that makes what I write on this paper true, makes it happen. A lot of people are journaling, you're visualizing, and you're writing, but the thing that's really your navigator that's going to cause what you want to come to you inside is going in a totally different direction. It's like you're journaling, writing, and intending to go north, but everything inside of you, the money story inside of you, is driving your finances south. You can see that's just not going to work. So this is not about what I wrote. And I tell, there's another lady, Chantel, she was like, oh, I'm going to follow Tasha. And, Tasha went into the store and into the car dealership and walked out with a car, and she didn't have any credit card, I didn't have my license. I walked in there with my cell phone. That's it. I didn't even have my purse, and drove home with an Audi. And so you listen to that story and you're like, oh yeah, Tasha could do that because she had money. No, Tasha's car before that was $265, Honda CRV. That was my monthly payment, a used Honda CRV. I walked into that store and walked out into the dealership and walked out of the dealership with an Audi because I do the internal work. I do the internal work. That's what you want to model. And so the reason why this worked in less than 3 months, and it didn't, necessarily come the way that I wanted, like, oh, I want, my money in my TD Ameritrade account to like double, or it didn't come the way I wrote, but everything that I wrote on this sheet of paper manifested in 3 months. Why? Because I do the work on my story. Ultimately, it is what I'm telling myself about me, about what I'm capable of, about what I can have or can't have, that makes everything that I write work or not work. Okay. So, yeah, Chanita says, I'm so happy that I'm available awake this morning to hear this. So here's the thing. I hope that being able to, me pulling back the curtain so that you can hear the way that I language my journaling and hear the reason why it works has supported you. I hope you got some tips and some ideas, because I know I'm a very hands-on person. I learn experientially. So you can tell me how to journal all day long, but like if you read yours, it helps me. And so that was my intention this morning, is that just hearing the way and seeing my growth. I just literally shared from 2015 to 2000, I think this last one was 21, but the one where I put 200,000 a month, that was probably a year and a half ago. So to see my growth in 9, 10 years because of how I'm changing my story, even in the way that I'm journaling and asking, is really what I wanted you to see this morning and for you to experience, right? So, last call, let us do this work. Let me show you how to rewrite your money story, how to make it over so that at the end of this year or next year, when you look at how much you made, you look at your tax returns, you look at where you are with your retirement account, you look at being able to trust that the universe is going to provide. You know why I just like chilled about the $175,000 loss? Because I did the work now. I know I'm in a place where I can trust it's going to be resolved. I'm going to be provided for. One way or the other, it's going to work out for me. But I remember when I didn't trust that. In the past, before I did this work, if I had had that loss at some other time, I would have literally either just been depressed for a very long time, or I would have gone into overworking to make it back up. But I don't do that anymore because I've done the story. I've done the making over of my money story. I'm not desperate like I used to be. I'm not thinking I'm not enough. I'm not worrying about where it's going to come from or how it's going to come. I take massive acts of faith. If some of you saw my acts of faith, it would probably make you tremble. But what gives me the confidence to do that? My level of faith equals my level of manifestation. I know that. But if I don't have this faith, I'm not going to get this level of manifestation. So I have to work on the story inside of me that causes me to have that kind of faith. So I want to show you how to do this. Go ahead and type the word sisterhood. Ladies, if you are not yet registered to be in our sisterhood and be in our sisterhood community, it's not even a membership, it is a community of women who their singular focus is to do the micro habits that generates wealth, to create 7 figures. I am just guiding you. I know that you can do big programs and you could do all kinds of massive work in big programs, but in this sisterhood, it's literally one focus a month. We only focus on one thing. So in May, our focus is making over your money story. And in May, we're going to do little tiny little micro habits. If I can get you to do the micro habits, I can make it easy, simple, and fun. You'll do it. And you're going to thank me in December and say, Tasha, I cannot believe how the transformation of my money story has showed up in my bank account this year. I cannot believe that that's all I needed to do this entire time. So we're going to focus on that in May. Then we're going to continue doing money making micro habits or wealth creating micro habits the month after. We're going to do work on deservingness and wealth in July. Then we're going to move on to visualization, the powerful way to visualize wealth. Then we're going to have a live event in November. I mean, this is just an amazing family and community environment. If you're not yet a part of it, please take me up on the offer. It's usually $297 a month. You can join today for $111. Ladies, that's $3.33 per day to do this work. What has made me go from $10,000 to $200,000 a month in my ask? This work, working on the story I tell myself about me and money. That's what I want for you too. All right, I'm going to jump over here because I want to see how many of you type the word sisterhood, check Facebook Messenger, get yourself registered, get there. You would normally have to pay, I guarantee you, $10,000 to do this work. $10,000 to do this work. And in 30 days, we're going to get this done for 111. And then we're just going to keep building and building and building. This is your place. This is your community where you know you're always going to be doing this work. You don't have to go look other places to do it. I'm always going to take care of you and keep you growing as I grow. Mwah. I love you all. Again, let me see if I could show you a little bit. But yeah, this is my new house, my new office. I'm deciding if I'm going to do the purple wall again. I don't know. But for those of you that weren't here at the start, I was saying I moved this weekend. My husband and I are finally living together. I know that sounds weird, but we got married and my son was still in high school, so we had to maintain two separate homes till um, Sebastian graduates. And oh my God, Sebastian is graduating in a few weeks. My kid is graduating high school. I'm free ish because he's going to college and you know how that goes. But anyway, yeah, so that's it for me this morning. I can't wait to see those of you that are registered for the sisterhood. We get to start next Tuesday. We start this work. It's going to be amazing. I love you all. Have a wonderful Monday. Bye, everyone.